Computer science folks. Today I just want to go over the notes that I normally would for Thursday in class. We're on day 2 well, it's actually day 3, but day 2 of my notes of object-oriented design. So we had you read through, or hopefully you had a chance to look through our racquetball program that we had done in I believe it was, wow, 3 units ago already. And hopefully you'll have a chance to find that program because it may be easier to edit the program you already have than to do it from scratch. But either way, look through this program here, refamiliarize yourself with it, what it does, and then so that you know kind of where we're heading when we take this and turn this into an object-oriented program. While we're creating our object-oriented program, or OOD, object-oriented design version of the program, keep the following guidelines in mind. So the first guideline is when we're creating our program is we want to look for object candidates. All right, so look for those nouns in that problem statement. You want to identify the instance variables. You want to think about interfaces. So again, we're thinking about how you're going to interact with each object, and that is done through methods. We want to refine the non-trivial methods. We are going to design iteratively. As you'll see by the end of the day, we will not completely design our program. We're going to see if we can try out alternatives. Probably won't get to that with this program, but again, that's part of our process. And lastly, always keep in mind to keep it simple. Our object-oriented racquetball program, we're also going to account for, I think they call them skunks or shutouts. So in other words, when you have a 7-0 or 0-7 score, it's like a mercy rule in like a baseball. That is over. All right, that game is over. The game of our program again is simulate a series of games, racquetball games, and keep track of some statistics. All right, so here's the basic problem description, and that would lead to at least 2 nouns in our program. And actually, we're going to put a noun-verb pair together. One of our noun-verb pairs, if you break that problem statement in pieces, would be playing a game. All right, because again, if you look here, you're simulating a series of games. Playing a game is a little simpler to say. And the next thing is we're going to track statistics. All right, those are kind of the 2 nouns or 2 classes, objects that we'll be focusing on today. All right, split pages here. For playing a game, all right, we're actually going to create a class for that, the R-ball game class. So what does this class do? All right, so let's write that down. R-ball game, racquetball game. What are we going to do? It will play a game by tracking information. About 2 players. It will contain a constructor that requires skill level parameters for each player. And again, we're going to give those in terms of service win probabilities. Last thing with this game is it's going to have a play method. So it's going to contain, or it contains, a play method that simulates the game until it's over. Okay. So the basic coding behind kind of this verbal algorithm here is we're going to say the game. So that's we're going to name an individual game or an object equals our ball game, which is the class that produces it. And again, we need two parameters, prob A, comma, prob B. Then we'll have the game.play, and just to play multiple games, we're going to create a loop. So to play multiple games, we create a loop around this code. For tracking statistics, we're going to create the SimStats class. All right, so SimStats. This will track wins for A and wins for B. Shutouts for A and shutouts for B. Or skunks. The humor back there, the laughing because math is funny. It contains a constructor to initialize all counts to 0. It's also going to contain an update method. So it contains a method which we're going to call update to update the stats. Just a few more notes and we'll be on to coding. The object, the game, is passed as a parameter. update. We'll extract whatever is necessary. Oops. From the game. All right. Our stats class will contain a method or contains a method. Print report to report the results. All right. So right now it says we have enough to write a top-level design for a program. Details are left to the class definitions. So your goal for the remainder of class is to actually code these top-level definitions in. So, at the beginning I said maybe it'd be easier to copy and paste from the prior program. You can use your best judgment. Here's the program we're going to be working on. So it says, please enter the following code. As we create more code, place the main definition on the bottom. All right. So eventually, we're thinking this main code here will go to the bottom. But go ahead for today and start creating your program with these codes here on the front and back, and I will see you on Friday.